This weekend was the first round of the European Cup for 2019. It was a really exciting event for both Sai and I in particular, because it was our first international event for 2019, and also just in general as well, because it's the first time all the Euros have kind of come together after the off season, and we're all kind of there to see how we stack up against the rest of the competition.
Coming into this weekend, I was quite confident in my ability, but I didn't really know how I would match up with the rest of the field. Like, I would be training at home and I had myself to compare to, but it was really hard to come in this weekend knowing or being confident that I can win. So it was just going to be a test to see where I'm at, to see how I'm progressing.
The day was progressing really well for me. I was just feeling great, just mentally really good. I won all of my motos, won my 8th, won my quarter, and whole shot at all of those as well. And by that stage, it was probably the best kind of international day I've ever had.
Saturday's racing started off a little bit rocky because there was this jump at the end of the first straight, which was a big triple, and some of the girls like Laura Smulders and Meryl Smulders, they were jumping into it during practice. I didn't do it in practice, so I was kind of freaking out a little bit, and every moto I wasn't able to commit to it, and it was playing with my head a little bit, but I was able to do a good lap for the rest of the track, and I was able to get all 3 wins. And coming into the semi-final, I had first pick. I was able to jump that triple for the first time. It was so scary. It shot me so high, and yeah, definitely would have been better if I did it in practice, that's for sure.
I had a great start, but bumped Kai White from Great Britain on the first jump, and that kind of set me off the track. And when I rejoined the track, Carl Evans was already coming across, and he ended up swiping my front wheel on the second jump and ended up coming down. So it was really disappointing result-wise, but I was lucky not to be hurt, and I was just so pleased with how good I was feeling and how fast I was going and how I was matching up with the people that were kind of beating me last year. I was right up there, so I was stoked with how I was riding on Saturday, and it just gave me confidence to do better on Sunday.
I was feeling really good throughout the whole day. My gates are really good, my first straight was good, and I was finally jumped the triple, so there was a lot of confidence coming into the final. I had a really good gate, I think, and I was battling out for the lead position with Laura Smulders down the first straight. We both jumped the triple. It sent me even higher than it did in the semi-final. It scared me a little bit, but I was able to hold on and come away with the second.
There's always a mixture of feelings when the first day doesn't go quite as planned. It can either really fire you up for the second day, or can kind of send you into anxiety mode. I felt like I managed the situation really well. I just kind of put the first day in my back pocket, knew I was riding well, knew it wasn't my fault that I didn't do as well as I could, and just, I guess treated the second day as a completely new race event for me.
Coming into Sunday, I was really happy with the day before result. I was really happy with my riding. I'm always chasing that #1 spot, so I think that was my goal coming into Sunday.
First in all 3 motos, won my 8th, second in the quarter, won the semi, first pick for the final. Yeah, and another great start in the final, but unfortunately collided with David Graff at the bottom of the hill in the first jump, which kind of messed us both up, even though we're kind of in good contention for podium spots for both of us, and the Dutch guys and Jeremy Renkerel just had a good run from the outside, and yeah, I was just in fourth from there on to the finish line. But same as the day before, I was just so happy with how I was riding, how I was able to put things together in pressure situations, and it really able to show, and I felt like I was really able to show what I've been working on in the off season, both on and off the bike. Obviously on the bike physically, but off the bike psychologically and all that kind of thing as well. So really happy with the weekend overall.
I had a really good day on Sunday. I was progressing really well through the motos. I had 2 seconds and 1 win. I came second in the semi-final as well, behind Laura, and being quite closer in the semi-final, I think it kind of boosted my confidence a little bit, and kind of showed me that maybe I could win. Maybe I could figure out some places where I could pass her. So I think before the final, I was actually really excited, overly excited to be racing the final again, and I think it was a little bit of too much overconfidence that kind of messed me up. I think because I was overly excited, I didn't go through the same processes that works for me before a race, and because I was behind and I wasn't in front, I just went into panic mode from there, and then tried to do a stripper move in that first corner, which resulted in the crash. Yeah, I was really bummed after that race, not because of the result, but the fact that I hit the gate and I wasn't really in a state of mind where I could make a comeback, and I'm pretty sure that if I was able to be patient and to be a bit more smarter with my riding, I would have been able to make up a few places. But yeah, well, I guess this is how it is, and I think it's a learning experience for me, and I'm actually quite happy that I'm coming away with something to fire me up for next time.